Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dave Bluzinski Be a Pro here in NHL 26. So in last episode, if you did not catch it, we had the first three games of the Stanley Cup Finals, and unfortunately we're down in a 2-1 deficit, but obviously we've came back from a situation like this before against the Florida Panthers, so could obviously still happen, but definitely a little bit of a tough first few games. The first game we ended up losing 4-3 in overtime. It was a very long game. It went to triple OT before we ended up losing because the AI decided to make a dumb line change. The second game we responded well with a 3-1 victory, and in game 3 unfortunately got away from us a little late as we were tied almost going into another overtime, but then they ended up getting the game-winning goal within the last few minutes because of the dumb defensive play from Jake McCabe. So unfortunately we are down 2-1 in the series, but like I said, this team definitely still can come back and win the series, but we got to find a way to win the first game of this episode. Now, Dave has still been playing absolutely awesome so far this postseason. He's currently leading the NHL in points, as you can see, with 31 points through 19 games. So obviously, since Dave is a very big player to look upon for this team, he needs to continue doing that to start this episode, or else we could be in a bad deficit. Hopefully also the rest of the top line could continue to do stuff, and hopefully we could get some scoring from some guys on our bottom six and all that, because obviously it would be really helpful if the sim engine really worked well for us in this game or something like that. So hopefully the team could bounce back from a tough last game and find a way to win at least one game in Edmonton, so that way we could head home with a 2-2 series. But anyways, with that said, let's get you guys' comments you guys have to say about last episode, and then we will get into the rest of the Stanley Cup Finals and see if Dave could actually willpower this team to a Stanley Cup victory or not. So the first and only comment is from the Leafs fan, who says, not the start we wanted. However, there is still a lot of time left in the series. Dave is doing his part. I'm still confident that the Leafs could win this thing. And yeah, I think so too, because like I said, our team really hasn't had that long of a losing streak before. Like I said, against Florida, we were down in a 2-1 deficit just like this before. And then we started off the episode really well and got ourselves that series lead and then eventually won it. So I think this team definitely has it in them to beat the Oilers, but the Oilers are a tough team, of course. Connor McDavid's definitely made his stamp on this series, so we got to make sure that we can continue to contain him and Draisaitl, because if we don't, of course, that's when we end up losing games. So let's see what we could do here. This is a monumental game. Let's double check that we're full of energy. I think we were, and yes, we were. Okay, perfect. So let's make sure we come out here with a little bit of fight here, because obviously if we lose this game, we are going to have to win 3 straight games, which is definitely tougher than winning 2 straight games and then having to win at least one of the last 2. So let's make sure we win at least one game here in Edmonton and see if we win this game, maybe we could carry that momentum into the next game. But like I said, we got to contain McDavid for sure. The defensive core probably needs to do a little bit better of a job. They've been a little bit inconsistent here in this finals. The offensive core has been decently good. Obviously, last game it only scored 1 goal. There was a lot of chances to score those, so just got to find ways to score goals on Skinner, and then we can get this done. But yeah, Dave needs to come out here flying, and he's been flying all series long, so just got to get more points on the board a little bit, I guess. Because against Boston, we were definitely a lot better than we were against the Oilers so far, but I think we'll eventually keep picking it up here as the series goes on. Oh, good passing. Here's Dave already with the puck, trying to drive around. He's got it. Dave holding on, throws it over to Matthews, who can't get a shot. Maybe I should have shot that puck again. Dave has had some hesitancy in terms of shooting those type of chances, but there's been people wide open for one-timer chances. The Oilers almost scored on their first shot of the game. I don't know who that was. I think that was Draisaitl that came out of nowhere, but a big save by Woll early in this one. I just really hope our defensive core doesn't start playing terrible, because if it does, that's going to be really tough, because the Oilers are probably more of a high-flying offensive team as Nurse gets a chance, and that's a big save again. Come on, get it out, guys. We don't want to be in our zone too long. There's a good pass from Carlo. Here's Dave. Dave holds on to it. I did not want to pass the puck there. I was going to try and put that across for Matthews again, but for some reason it did not pass it where I want to. I am going to be going on a line change once this comes out. Okay, let's just carry it ourselves. Throw it up. There you go, and go on a change. As Matthews is walking in, got a shot. Okay, almost got an assist there. Okay, sim engine doesn't give us anything, but like I said, it really should do stuff for us, or else it's going to be tough to win games when we're just reliant on our line. Alright, come on Matthews, he doesn't win that draw, but Marner steals that loose puck, gets it towards the net, lost control of it, but it's still a little bit of a dangerous opportunity there for us. Not bad. So far we have no shots on net, so we got to start taking some, or else we're not going to win if Dave's not shooting the puck of it. Alright, Marner takes that puck away again, walks to the front again, and he's denied. Mitch has a little bit of a pep to his step in this one. Let's get back defensively. Come on, Carlo, get him. Don't let him just walk and take a shot. You got to actually take away his shooting angle and all that. Yep, go with it, Matthews. I'm not open at all in the slightest. Throw it to Mitch. Mitch will shoot it. That stop. Dave locks in the rebound. I don't even know how I did that because I didn't even intend to knock it out of the air. But Dave with the hand-eye coordination. That's why we have Big Tipper. But that wasn't even a tip, technically, I guess. But what a 3-on-3 rush. As Dave ends up getting to that loose puck off that rebound. I don't know who was trying to defend me. But Dave gets to this puck as it's in the air off that stick of Skinner. And like I said, I just went to the loose puck and then I knock it right in. That's a nice goal, actually. I don't think I've ever scored a goal like that with Dave yet, so I will definitely take it. That's a big one here in this game. Let's actually already get a screenshot of him just because maybe that could be a good thumbnail. I don't know if there's going to be other stuff that's going to be better. But yeah, we beat Radek's Faxa to this puck as Faxa's coming back to try and back check on Dave. But he cannot get to Dave. And that is just a beautiful goal. Let's get a screenshot of that. Perfect. All right. Well, let's hope that we can build off that. That's Dave's 13th goal of the playoffs. As we've now jumped past Draisaitl and Connor Bedard for most goals in this postseason. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Like I said, if we could come out flying here, we could obviously go to a Game 5 at least with a tie series. All right, Matthews has got it again, lost control of it. Dave tried to get a steal on it, but couldn't. Let's get back defensively. Matthews, you should probably go back to the middle again. But there's a big save again there from Wool. All right. I hope this episode's not going to be a super long episode again, but it is going to be, once again, a cut. It probably will end up being at least 3 games, my guess, but it could end up being 4, which would be a little bit scary. So... because I don't think we're going to lose 2 games in a row. I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, we're on the power play, so we got to get some chances here. But Larson's trying to break it out. Short-handed come the Oilers. Nice save by Wool. I don't know why we give up short-handed chances. I feel like the last few games we've been giving up a bit more short-handed chances. Our power play has actually got to get chances itself, not give the other team chances. All right, 27 seconds left on this power play. Still enough time to get back in their zone and get something. Matthews wins the draw. Marner finds Quillen up to Matthews. Dave will drive the middle. Matthews lost it, got it back again. Matthews still with it, gets a shot, and that's stopped by Skinner with 13 seconds left. But we do have a face-off in our zone in nearly full pressure, which is good. So if Matthews could win this face-off, maybe we could get some momentum off of it because of it. All right, come on. Matthews, please win this, and he doesn't, damn it. But he does steal this loose puck in front, as both me and Dave, or not in Dave, what am I saying, and Matthews are trying to get that puck. As the power play has expired, unfortunately. Not really the best looks on that, but oh well. Oh man, Matthews with a bad pass. Dave's got to get back, because we're technically playing as a right winger still, because we were just finishing up this power play. Let's make sure we don't get anybody open. Oh, yikes, McDavid was manning that point. I didn't want him to shoot that, because he's been dangerous in the series. Okay, let's make sure we're still covering the point. Oh, a little bit of a lucky play, and we're going to go off as Marner's got it now. Yeah, we're lucky that that defender overskated that puck, because he could have got probably a good chance to get a shot on net. 5:18 left in the first, still up by the 1 goal from Dave. As this first period's taken a little bit longer than I expected, but let's get back defensively as they're breaking it in 3 wide. And a big save by Wool. That was kind of scary. I had to go back over to my wing, and then there was another guy left wide open because of that. As McCabe walks in, he'll shoot it, it's turned away. Dave gets to that loose puck. Dave looking around. Gets destroyed in the corner. Provorov will dump it back in at least. But that was a bit scary. I don't want to get hit too much. Nugent Hopkins with it. Throws it in Nadanov over to Savoy. And Dave makes a good defensive play to make sure that doesn't get far, and we're going to go on a line change already because for some reason my energy has dropped off a cliff in those few minutes I played. All right, is that it for the first period? Yes, it is. Okay, well, we have a 1-0 lead. on a Dave goal, so can't get much better than that. Obviously, it would be nice to get some more goals on top of that, but the difference in this game so far, just a nice drive to the net by Dave. At least it was a forward trying to back check me, because if it was a defender, it would have been a lot tougher to probably get that shot off. All right, let's see what happens in the second period, see if we can find a way to get some more. All right, second period, let's see what happens. The shots are pretty even in this game, so anything could happen at this point. McDavid walks in, tries to slap shot it right away, but it hits off of his own main, I think. Here comes Mitch. Mitch with it, finds Matthews. Matthews finds Dave. Dave with the shot, his stop. The rebound was there for Marner, but he could not corral it. Dave with it again. Dave throws it in to Carlo, who jumps in, and Skinner makes another save and in-played it out. Couple of good looks here to start the second period already. Hyman walking in with it. Oh no, Draisaitl shoots it and that's stopped. I was going to go right to Draisaitl and then I tried to block the shot, so I was not really in the guest lanes, but don't want to leave Draisaitl open in the slot, especially with him having as much goals almost as Dave does this postseason. Alright, Matthews wins the defensive zone faceoff. That's good. And now we're breaking it out. Riley finds Marner. Marner will cherry it in. He gets it out front. Matthews' shot is blocked. And now we got to get back defensive again because Connor McDavid and Draisaitl trying to lead the rush. Dave gets back. Dave finds Matthews. See, Dave has good back check at least. Here's Matthews making some moves. Can't get around Bouchard. Bouchard throws it to Frederick, who's now out there. And we're already going to go on a line change. Don't need to be out there too long to start this period, but we almost had another goal. We almost had an assist because that rebound was right there for Marner, but he could not score. All right, shots are still really even in this game. We got to keep on the gas, guys. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how they got that puck to the net, as they almost have full pressure, which is not great. Weird little scrum there. But let's just make sure we get out of the zone here, because we do not want to be pressured in their zone. Or our zone, I should say. The good thing is it's not against the top line, but still. These bottom six lines are important for the Oilers, I guess, too. Provorov finds Dave. Dave will use some speed. Dave cuts in. Holds up. Dave throws it over to McCabe. McCabe finds Provorov over to Marner. Marner can't get really a great shot. Dave gets to the loose puck. Dave trying to walk out front, but Miro Manov takes it away. And let's get back defensively. Good job, boys. At least our team's back checking. There you go. We still have a lot of energy, so we'll stay out there probably for a bit longer. Marner with it. Lost control. I hate it when they do too much, and of course he turned it over to Connor McDavid of all people. Not the type of guy you want to turn it over to. But at least Dave read that they were going to pass it to Larson. And then Marner turns it over again. Oh my goodness. Dave takes it away. Gets hit off the puck by McDavid and goes back into our zone. Oh my goodness, get that puck, Dave. There you go, good pass. And we're already going to go off on a change, I think. While Matthews breaks this in. Just easier that way to already go on a line change. Alright. Sim Engine doesn't give anybody anything. And wow, they already put us out there almost just like a minute later. So they're playing Dave a lot already in this game. But Dave is up to the task. At least we have a lot of energy stored. So we shouldn't run out of energy too quick the rest of the series, I would hope. Because obviously that's an important thing. There you go. Carlo's got it. And he turned it over. Come on, defense. Just get it out. Make simple play here. Riley. Carlo over to Dave. Dave will skate up with it. Dave trying to get by the defense. He does get around. He holds on to it. Throws it to Mitch. Maybe I should have shot that again. But our players keep driving the net and then they don't shoot. Usually in the other rounds they would actually get shots off and all that. But now they're not. So maybe I should start shooting that puck more often. Get it away. Oh no. Murphy jumping in. Nugent Hopkins shots blocked. Marner with it. Mitch making some moves again. Almost turning over the puck again. Not really surprised. Mitch knocks it back in. Dave will help on out on the forecheck and he'll steal it. Dave throws it over. One-timer scores. Nylander off the bench. As Matthews must have already went on a change, but Dave with a great backhand pass across the ice after he steals this puck in the corner off a nice little shove play. And then Nylander opens himself up and the defense doesn't read him. As both Krug and the other defenseman, which I can't remember who that is, I guess it was Murphy, get caught napping. And that's an absolutely big goal at this point. Obviously there's still a lot of game left to go, but Dave with 2 big points in this colossal game in this Cup Finals. Like I said, if we could take a game here and then hopefully take another game on home ice, we could be in a good spot. So we got to keep the pedal to the metal if we want to win this Stanley Cup, of course. All right, let's see what the sim engine does. It doesn't do anything. That's fine. There's 4:46 left in the period, so the second period's almost done now. And we got this 2-goal lead. Got to keep on pushing, though, because we got to watch out for McDavid, because he's definitely a guy that could make a difference still in this game if he wants to. Oh, they turn over the puck. Dave's going to go back over to his wing, just because there's a lot of people on the one side. Here comes Matthews with it. Matthews will carry it into the Oilers zone. Gets a shot that's turned away. Solid look there for Austin. Let's get back on defense again. Oh, that's a tripping penalty, as our team has taken a bad penalty at a bad time. There's 3:57 left in the period, and Jake McCabe will head to the box because he decides to trip down. I don't know who it was. Was it Hyman? I can't see. Oh, it was Frederick, I think. Yeah, that's not a good penalty at this time, because obviously now our team needs to kill off a penalty in this last little bit of this period, or else that's going to be bad if they get a goal, which the sim engine has given them a goal. Connor McDavid power play goal. That's what I was just about to say. If we give up a late goal, that is not good for the rest of this game. So we need to make sure that we hold on to these leads. Giving them power play opportunities is a death sentence, because they have McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, all those guys, Evan Bouchard. So we can't give them penalties, or power plays. You got to play a disciplined game here, boys. Here's Shea. Shea carries it in. It's a 2-on-1. Shea can't get a shot. Now Dave will walk in and he'll robbed by Skinner. Oh my goodness. As they left Dave wide open to go get to that loose puck, and somehow Dave gets absolutely robbed by Stuart Skinner. I got to look at the replay on that. As Dave could have went to the backhand maybe, but there was not a lot of room to get this shot off, so I had to stay right there. And this shot, I don't know if it's even going on net. Maybe it is. Yeah, I guess it is. But Skinner flashes that glove, and Dave cannot believe it. That close to extending the lead again. All right, let's see if we can find a way to get more goals. Another chance, and Dave had it out off him, I think. Sorry, my voice keeps trying to die on me. Here's Matthews with it. Tries to throw it over. Murphy intercepts. Come on, guys. We need insurance, because I do not feel safe being only up by 1 right now. Let's defend. Defend. Oh, no. Krug shot. Nice save. At least Dave cut off his angle, so he had to go to the backhand, because if he got a forehand shot away, that would have been a lot more dangerous. Alright, Sim Engine, don't give them anything near the end of this period, please. Thank you. So we will have the lead going into the third period, but it's only 1-goal lead. I would prefer that 2-goal lead we had earlier, but unfortunately they got that power play goal. But the difference in the game right now, this nice goal from Nylander, has the former second line connection connects there. Alright, let's see how this third period plays out. But this third period is absolutely crucial for the series. Like I said, we win this game, tie series. We lose this game, then we obviously go down 3-1. So we need to win here. We need to win here. Just play good defense, and hopefully the sim engine doesn't do anything stupid for us, as Draisaitl already gets a great chance to start this period. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh no, no. No, oh my goodness, our defense is playing terrible right now too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is how our team has been playing in this cup finals, kind of in their own zone. Get it out, thank you. Holy moly. I already feel like going on a line change because of how that defensive shift went. Get back defensively, cover here. Oh my goodness, good job, Carlo. That's actually a good defensive play for once. Let's just carry this in, and let's dump this, even though we have a little bit of a lane. Alright, yeah, that's a very scary start to this period, because now I feel like they definitely have a lot of momentum. They don't score in those 5 minutes, surprisingly, but, yeah, I feel really nervous with this game now. It felt like it was going to be a good game for us, but now it feels like who knows what could happen. Oh! Okay, never mind. I said who knows what could happen, and Davis screens in front. Chris Tanev with a bomb, and we have taken a 3-1 lead. That's a huge goal in this third period, as our line mates get the connection on that play. But Dave is in front battling with Evan Bouchard, so he can't get into the lane to block this shot. But Chris Tanev with a bomb, and yeah, Dave, I mean, doesn't get a point on this, but I think he was a big factor in this goal with the battle in front with Bouchard. But Skinner just does not see that Tanev bomb. And that's a really big goal, like I said, at this point. Because who knows with the sim engine if it would have gave them a tying goal or give them the lead. But now they have to come back from the 2-goal deficit instead of a 1. And then our team turns it over right away. Are you kidding me? Nice save, Wool, though. Thank you, Wool. He's been actually really good in this Cup Finals, I'd say. Because he's had a couple really good games. Like, even the game we just lost, 3-1. He was pretty solid in that game, so he's having another strong game here. Doing as much as he possibly can. We're been outshot 34-27 right now, but we're up by 2 goals. Alright, let's defend here, boys. Marner tries to block that shot. It gets deflected in front, but at least Wool is up to the task. Oh my goodness, come on, guys. Just don't play in our zone too long, because if we play in our zone too long, especially if they have their top line out there at some point again, we're going to be under a lot of siege. There we go. Like what we were to start this period. Here's Dave with skate with it again, trying to get around Bouchard. Dave will hold on to it. Looks around. Finds Tanev. Tanev will shoot it. Deflected in front. Almost got through. I think it did get through, but I think they might have just saved it off the line. As Dave has to get back defensively. And a big save. Another save. Oh my goodness, what is even happening? Oh my goodness. What a shift from Dave. Blocking shots. Go with it, Matthews. Yeah, go with it. Go with it. Dave will drive in. Ah, you can't find him. I got to go back and look at that play because that was an absolutely scary shift. Again, I still feel like they can come back because it was a 2-on-1. And then Dave slides down here. Doesn't break up the pass, but a big save by Wool. And then Dave is lying in the crease here. And our defenders do not pick up this chance. Another save by Wool. Then Dave pokes this off the stick kind of. And he's sprawling around over here. Another save by Wool. And then they get this back to the point. Dave blocks this shot. As they see the pandemonium in front, so they're just trying to put as much to the net as possible. Dave blocks it with his hand, and then he's still down on the ice, and then eventually it goes back the opposite way. But that's a big, big shot block, because if that shot gets to the net, it could hit off anything and go in. So that could be a game saver right there almost, as we're going to go off on a line change, obviously. But a couple of scrambly shifts defensively in this period. So we're lucky that we have the lead still at this point. As we do get a power play, that's good to see. Minor for boarding for Draisaitl, so one of their best players is in the box. And we're up by 2 goals. This will take at least some time off the clock, but obviously if we could get a power play goal here, that could be a huge difference maker too. Marner finds Matthews. Matthews will carry it. Matthews still carrying it. Dave tries to drive the net to try and get a screen, but our teammates turn it over. And we're going to get back defensively as our team doesn't read that dump and chase. Let's make sure we're still covering these guys at the point. There you go, Dave. Good steal. There you go. Here comes Queelan over to Marner. Marner trying to carry it in. Lost control. I feel like our power play really hasn't been effective in this series whatsoever. Like, they keep on giving up a lot more shorthanded chances. Every time we're out there, like, look at that. Nugent Hopkins almost got a breakaway. God damn. Here's Dave with it. Carrying it in. Let's just throw a shot to the net because our team hasn't shot it in a while. At least Skinner will freeze that because it's kind of an awkward save. And that's better than, obviously, going back our way. But let's see what the sim engine's got for us. There's only 8:29 left. It kills another 4 minutes off the clock. Okay, that's good. At least there's no sim engine goal for them, because if there was, then I'd be getting more scared again. As our team is still in the defensive zone. No, we need to make sure we get this out. There you go. Go with it, Mitch. There you go. Mitch finds Dave. Dave will Carroll on the right side. Dave looks around, shoots it, tried to pick his corner. And Skinner does read that really well. Dave steals the puck away, though, from Nurse. Dave puts it back in deep, trying to hit Marner, but unfortunately Marner had peeled off from that area. Let's get back defensively, because they have their 4th line out there, so we got to defend it. There you go. Nice job, Carlo. As long as the sim engine doesn't work against us, I think we'll be okay in this one, potentially. Dave making a move. Backhander. Skinner to save, and Dave will at least get a face-off in their zone with 2:31 left. Still up by a pair of goals. And the coach is still going to keep our line out there for now. But we'll probably go off on a line change relatively soon just to hopefully get the rest of this game done. Matthews in this draw. Shea over to Tanev. Over to Dave, and he'll shoot and he'll score. Dave waited a little bit long, and that's a big goal as Dave's got 3 points in a crucial game 4. Let's go. I felt like I was going to get another goal with some of the chances we've gotten, but that is a beautiful shot from Dave. He does that kind of play where he just drives the net. Nobody covers him, and then he just gets a completely Great shot away for his 14th goal of the postseason. Absolutely picking that corner, as there's a little bit of a screen in front of Skinner, so he probably couldn't see it the best, but that's a beautiful shot and a beautiful finish. And that probably should put the icing on the cake in this game, which is huge at this point. Because at least taking one of their games, now we just got to find a way to win next game on home ice, and we could be one win away from the Cup Finals. But obviously winning on home ice sometimes comes at a premium, so we got to play as good as possible in next game. As McDavid's not going to be happy about it, so he's obviously the type of guy that could get his team back in taking that series lead. But Dave has a highlight package in this game. Obviously, he's got a 3-point night. Obviously, he's got that first goal of the game, which that first goal, like I said, I didn't really intend to knock that out of the air and back in, but it worked. Then we obviously had this beautiful assist on the Nylander goal, who was wide open on that right side, or left side, actually. Wait, what side is it? I don't even know. And then, of course, we have this goal, which we took a little bit long, but we still picked our corner, as Dave has an absolutely ungodly release, as he's up to 34 points this postseason, and he's in the driver's seat probably to get the Conn Smythe. If he wins the Stanley Cup, that is. Which is awesome, because he's obviously not won a single bit of hardware so far. Bouchard's shot is blocked. Let's get back to the point and make sure we're covering there. Another shot, another save from Wool. And I think I'm going to go on a line change already. Let the other lines play the last bit of this game. But a really, really good game for Dave and for this team. And we will tie the series up at 2 apiece, winning 4-1 in Edmonton. So it seems like there's been a lot of games that have been 3-1 or 4-1 so far. So I don't know how the rest of the series is going to go, but it seems like when a team doesn't score more than one goal, obviously they're not usually winning. But it becomes a best of 3. Whoever could win 2 first. And obviously, Marner gets third star, 2 assists, 6 hits in this game. So Mitch was really good in this game, even though he did turn over the puck a lot. Dave gets second star, 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 hits, which means obviously first star of the game is going to Wool, because Wool was really great in this game, and that's a big reason also why we won this one. He made a lot of big saves, as he does get 43 saves in the victory. So shout out to Wool. And yeah, Dave, 3 points and a +4. Love to see it, because we were out there for the goal that we didn't even get a point on. So a fantastic game for Dave. 22 minutes and 44 seconds of ice time, 8 shots, 202 of puck possession, and 2 hits. Yeah, that's a good game. That is a good game. All right, well, that's a really good way to start off this episode. Hopefully we can build upon that in the next game. And hopefully we can make sure Dave is still fully peak health for this next game, so that way he could fly and hopefully help this team get the series lead, since we're heading back to home ice. All right, yeah, the last few games have been 3-1, 3-1, 4-1, so it's been a lot of defensive kind of games the last few ones. The first game obviously was a 4-3 game, but it was still close, so yeah, the series has been very airtight. All right, let's give Dave his energy back just in case he lost any, which he lost only a little bit, but we'll still give him some back just because we want to make sure he's obviously good for every single game of the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll also save after that game just because we don't want to risk this game crashing at all. And we'll see if we could get a nice victory on home ice for our fans, because this technically could be our last home game of the entire season if we lose this game and next game. So we got to make sure that we play as good as possible here for the fans and give them the best chance to win that Stanley Cup. All right. Well, yeah, let's go obviously with our blue jerseys, because there's no other jerseys I don't think that we'd wear in the Stanley Cup Finals. But let's hope Dave could get off to a good start again, carry the offensive load for his team, but hopefully we also get some scoring from some other lines too in this one. Because last game, obviously, I guess it was just all our line that did all the work. If we could get offense, obviously, from the bottom 6 and all that, it could make a huge difference in a game like this. All right, here we go. Game 5 in a 2-2 series. Whoever wins this game will be 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. Let's get her done. Riley finds Marner. Marner will carry it in. Marner walks in, finds Dave. Dave had to glove that down, so he take a little bit of time, and then he tried to find Riley, but Riley stepped up over the puck. What the hell is that, man? You think Riley would be ready for that pass, but he decided to step over it. But that first pass that came to Dave, I could not really shoot because I had to glove it down. Oh, yikes. Another dangerous chance for the Oilers to start a game. Not really a surprise. Marner will carry it. Marner making some moves, lost control of it. Dave will try and force Bouchard into a turnover, but he can't turn it over. Okay, make sure we're still defending in this game here too, boys. Dave makes sure that they can't really get much out of that entry into the zone. Dave's going to already go on a line change. It's probably the best idea to go on a line change as early as possible because we don't know how long this game's going to go for. It could go to a triple overtime like Game 1 did. As the sim engine has already given our team a power play goal, John Tavares. That is huge. Like I said, the sim engine can make a difference in a game like that. And it's good to see that our other lines are contributing to start this game. Because now anything that our line does is a cherry on cake, so to speak. Oh, Marner's got it. Found Dave, but Dave was tied up. Unfortunately, Dave could not get a shot. Yeah, Dave was really tied up on that play. That's unfortunate because he could have been open for a chance. Oh, no, and Draisaitl ties this game up. Are you serious? Well, of course, that seems to happen when the sim engine works for us is that then we're out there for goals against. We haven't been out there for a lot of goals against this postseason, but this one, Brady Shea loses inside position, but that's a nice goal from Draisaitl. And of course, it's assisted by McDavid. But yeah, Draisaitl just did a really good job getting to his loose puck after he knocked it out of the air, I think, before it got to Wool. And then he puts it on net. And that's the type of guy you do not want to leave open in that area. As now he is second behind Dave in goals this postseason. Ugh, that's not good. I want our top defenders to actually be playing good, but they haven't been really so far in the series. There's been way too many shifts that we've been stuck kind of in our own zone. Come on, guys. We don't want to be losing this game. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to that. That's not going to be icing at least, though. But yeah, we need to come out firing here, boys. The sim engine obviously got us a power play goal, which is good, but we need to make sure that we could get line work ourselves. Carlo, you got it? Oh my goodness, why did you throw it back to Riley? Oh, here you go. Oh, Dave tries to pick his corner again. Unfortunately, Skinner sees it. Nice takeaway by our line mates. Dave's got it again. And Dave tries to shoot it, but his stick exploded. It still worked as a pass, and Marner got a shot. But Dave with an absolute bomb, and his stick just flopped in half. That's an old Easton stick, too. You think that thing would have better durability, but damn. All right. Well, at least it's still 1-1, but I would prefer if we were still up 1-0. But let's see if we can find a way to get that lead back. Shots are in our favor, 8-4, so right now, at least we're getting our shots. Dave trying to battle in front. Can't get a screen or a deflection because he was out-muscled. Let's get back over to our wing. And our players are going back into their own zone. Why the heck do they skate backwards like that? Here's Dave, though, getting off that great pass. Dave trying to get in. Dave will backhand it. Shot is turned away. Rebound got back towards the net again. And Skinner will stop it. I didn't really have much of an angle on that, but I'd rather take it to the net and get a whistle than obviously go back into our zone. All right. Let's get a face-off group there, Matthews. And let's see if we could get that lead back. Oh, no, he doesn't win it, of course. Let's get defensive lead. Make sure nobody's left wide open. There you go, boys. Good play. Go with it, Marner. You got it. Oh, my goodness, of course he turns it over again. How many times does he turn it over a game? Dave will throw a little shove on Veleno. Let's make sure we're covering here again. Still not leaving anybody open in the slot. There you go, Marner. You got it. Over to McCabe, and I'm going to go off on a line change while McCabe carries it in. All right, Sim Engine, what do you got for us? Do you got anything for us? Because obviously being out there for a goal against is not great in this one. And nope, nothing so far. All right. 1-1 with 3:24 left of this first period. Seems like it's going to be another one of those close games based on how it's going so far. All right, Matthews, you got it. Keep holding it. Matthews still with it. Finds Dave. Dave will hold it. Shoot it, and that's stopped. Marner was kind of a little bit in my way, so I couldn't really get as much on that as I wanted. But at least we get a shot and a face-off now in their zone. We're trying to make sure that we shoot the puck a decent amount, but I also want to make sure we're finding teammates if they're open. Matthews. Tie up on the face-off dot. Marner, they'll get out, but the Oilers will somehow get out of their zone. As, of course, McDavid using that speed, trying to get some open ice for his team. Provorov finds Dave. Dave will make a move, and he gets bullied down by Draisaitl, but he still made the play. And now here comes McDavid again. Trying to make some moves. Dave's trying to make sure he doesn't get an open lane, and Marner gets almost knocked down. That was almost like a trip. I don't know what happened there. Hyman shot goes wide. Dave trying to get to that loose puck, but McDavid gets there first. Bouchard shot off a body. Come on, get it out, guys. Don't keep it in our zone too long. And there you go. There's been way too many shifts like that these first 2 games of the episode where we just keep on getting stuck in our own zone. It's rather disappointing, and there's a sim engine goal, and it's for our team though. John Tavares has another. So John Tavares is a man on a mission. The sim engine's been working well for us in this game, which is good because our line hasn't done enough in the early going. It's had some chances, but the difference is the fact that our second line is getting the offense. As John Tavares has got 2 goals so far. All right, well, we have a 2-1 lead going into second. Nice to see that late goal from Tavares because I was not expecting a late goal, to be honest. I was expecting it to be tied after the first. But like I said, the sim engine's been working well for us, so we just got to get our line going, and then we could win this game. All right. Dave can't get away from Hyman. McDavid will try and drive his way in. He does. And then Matthews comes back defensively to make a nice interception. Matthews finds it over to Dave. Dave just barely got it because Draisaitl was right on him. Dave will hold on to it. Look at the play by Dave. Throws it to Marner up front. That shot is blocked. Another chance towards the net. And that's going to be stopped by Skinner. Did I get the shot, or was those both shots on Matthews? I don't even know. I might have got in front of his shot. I don't know. But I was trying to drive the net. And just got carried away, I guess. But at least a good start to the period, showing that our team does have a little bit of momentum, maybe. Oh, Marner steals it, and Skinner will make another save. And they almost turn it over and put it back in their own net. As if we could get a face-off win here from Matthews, we could have full pressure, which could help us get a goal. Because obviously being up 2-1 is good, but obviously getting some insurance would be even better. Come on, Matthews wins. And he wins it. Dave goes back to the front of the net, and unfortunately that pass comes out of the zone. I don't know who did that, but let's just get back into their zone again. Oh my goodness, Riley, and that's going to be icing. Yeah, that's going to be icing. Yep. God damn it. That is a disappointing pass. I hate it when the AI just decides that it needs to pass the puck right away. Because if it waits a little bit longer, they can make a better pass, but they try and amp it up way too quick. And that's what causes icings or turnovers. So, not ideal, but at least we got out of the zone relatively quickly. But if we were hemmed in our zone, that play would look pretty bad. Carlo found Matthews. Matthews will knock it back into the Oilers zone. I feel like McDavid's all over the ice in this game as he does a dump just to get it out of zone. I don't think I've seen the AI do that before. I thought he was going to go for like an offensive chance, maybe more. Marner to Matthews. Matthews tries to walk in, can't get a shot. And we got to get back again. We're already going to go on a quick line change while we can. All right, Sim Engine, anything else for us, or are you going to go quiet for the rest of the game? There is a Sim Engine goal. And it is for us. Let's go. I don't know who it was. It doesn't show, but that's a huge goal. The Sim Engine is doing its work. It's finally getting some redemption for some of those games where it was really bad for us. As it's given us a 3-1 lead. Our line has no points, but the Sim Engine has all of them. Here's Dave getting in. Dave walks to the net. His shot's turned away as he tried to give our team a 4-1 lead. Dave looking around for a passing lane. Finds Riley. Riley barely keeps that in. Marner. Dave will try and get back to an open spot at the point. Nice forecheck, boys. Keep forechecking. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're forechecking well, but of course our guys are leaving people wide open just to get it out of zone. But a good chance there from Dave to try and make it 4-1. If we would have scored there, that could have helped ice this game already. But there's still a chance that the Oilers could come back if the Sim Engine's not working for us. Like, it could end up working against us at some point. Oh! Riley throws Krug into the bench. What a huge hit. And now Dave will come back the other way. Dave holds on. Throws it back to the point, but they were making a change. Why were they making a change? That's so stupid. Shea will throw it back up and he'll ice the puck. Oh my goodness, man. See, like, I was literally open for a split second and then he had to throw it up. And then, of course, if I was moving in one other way, it gets iced. But yeah, nice hit by Morgan Riley on this play. But it does suck that he went off on a line change because I was going to try and set him up for a point shot goal. But yeah, he just absolutely destroys Krug. Right through Evan Bouchard, who was going to go on a line change. But yeah, Morgan Riley's been, I guess, physical this playoffs. Oh, now we're stuck out there with the third line because we were in the middle of supposed to be going for a line change, I guess. We got to get out of the zone here, boys. I don't want to be stuck with this third line too long, even though I do not mind playing with these guys. I got to go off. There you go. There we go. All right, let's simulate to our next shift, see if the Sim Engine's got anything else for us, or if it's going to start working against us. Doesn't do anything there. Okay, that's fine. It plays us literally a minute later, though, which is not great. All right, come on. Let's get our offense going top line. Let's get it going. Let's get that 4-1 lead or something. Oh, Davis tripped. That's a good play. As Dave has drawn a power play here in the late stages of the second period. And if our team can get a power play goal, that could be really big for the rest of this game again. But, yeah, I don't know who took Dave down. I think it was maybe Bouchard? No, it was Larson. Okay. Yeah, Larson just extended his stick out too quickly, and he ends up knocking Dave right in the skate. Dave maybe sells it a little bit, but you got to sell things like that in this type of game. So, all right. Well, a big power play opportunity here. Let's make sure it's a good power play and not giving them short-handed chances. Let's try and find a way to get some insurance in this game, especially considering the third period's not too far away. Dave pulls a screen. Skinner just barely makes a save with the bodies in front. And we nearly have full pressure on this power play too, as the fans are going electric here in this game. Come on, guys. Let's give the fans another goal. Let's give them another goal. Come on, Matthews. Just win it. There you go. Nice face-off win. Not from presence. Dave deflects it, I think, or maybe tried to. But unfortunately, that was stopped and they get out of the zone. All right, well, we won't have full pressure that long, I guess, but we could still score here because we're on the power play. Here's Dave. He'll skate away from Veleno, who's right on his butt. Dave will hold on to it, looking around, throws it in to Mitch. Mitch will shoot it, and that's stopped by Skinner, as Dave tried to put a lot of power on his pass. But it was intercepted briefly, but it still ended up on Marner, and he got a good chance. And they already take us off after that. Damn, that was only 30 seconds of power play time, but whatever. They will still put us out there with the last 30 seconds, so I guess that kind of evens out a bit, but kind of surprised they took us off after 2 shifts. All right. Let's keep getting chances, boys. We got to score more goals. Let's go to the front here. Battle! Oh, Dave could not deflect it, but he was pulling a screen a little bit. Just a little bit of a net from presence play that I couldn't even get my stick in that area if I wanted to try and tip that. Matthews with it. Finds it over to Marner. Marner finds Dave. Dave will carry it in. Loses control. Dave will keep it. Dave looking around. Throws it down low. Can't get the pass in. Draisaitl all over him. And he'll somehow get it out of zone. Matthews has got it now again, and he lost control of it. He fanned on it, so it was nearly offside. Dave trying to get Faxa, but can't. Dave trying to get Krug, who was wide open, and somehow they almost now have full pressure. But yeah, that Matthews play was weird. He fanned on it. He nearly put all 3 of us offsides, but at least he didn't. Simogen will give nobody anything, which is good. There's still only 3 minutes left of the second. If we could just get through the rest of this period, keeping this lead intact, that would be really good. Because I don't want to give them any late goals, if possible. Dave lost control of it. Nurse finds Bouchard. Dave comes back with a poke check. There's another shot from Bouchard that gets deflected somehow. And Wool makes the save, as Dave tried to drape all over Bouchard. Here's Matthews again, trying to make some moves into the zone. Matthews will shoot it. That's turned away. Marner gets to last puck, and Dave now has it. Dave back to Marner. I did not want to throw that pass there, though I wanted to throw that to the point. But it almost worked, I guess. Dave with a good stick, trying to keep on Dadonov. There's another chance and another save by Wool. It's good that Wool has been really good in this series. Like, he could probably be a consummate favorite if he started off the playoffs better, but he's been really good in this finals, I'd say. Alright. Still minute 52. Let's keep it playing good defensively. There you go, McCabe, nice stick. Nice stick. Over to Dave. Dave will carry it in. Dave walks in, shoots it. That's turned away. Marner's there on the rebound. Gets that puck. Can't get a shot. Has another good chance there set up by Dave on that rebound. Chances Matthews knocks it back to the point, but it goes back into our zone. It sucks that we haven't been able to pick up a point yet in this game, but we're due, obviously, for a game where we don't really do much on the score sheet. At least we've done some good work defensively and gotten some chances, but it's kind of weird being a -1. All right, Dave's got it again. Dave looks around, throws it up to Provorov, over to McCabe. McCabe will carry it in for some reason. I don't know why. He tries to throw a pass up front. Can't get it there. McCabe throws it back now to Dave. Dave finds Nylander off the bench. And unfortunately, that doesn't result in anything. We got to get back defensively instead of going on a line change, because they come back into our zone. But yeah, Matthews made a little bit of a bad change again, because I nearly turned it over because him and Nylander were changing. But at least we'll have the lead going into the third. We're up only by 2 goals, though, so we got to be careful about that, especially with offense on the Oilers being as good as it is. But it is really nice to have a lead going into the third period at least. As if we were trailing in this game, it'd be a lot tougher, of course, but it's been a really back and forth series, this one. All right, Dave trying to hit Hyman. Carlo intercepts that play. Here's Morgan Riley. Riley finds Dave. Dave will drive in. Dave looks around, will shoot it towards the net. It's still loose, and Skinner will find it. I didn't see if there was a really good of passing lane. I don't think there would have been because there was a lot of guys in front of that net, but we do get a face-off in our zone because of a little shot like that. Come on, Matthews. He wins it cleanly. Dave goes back towards the front of the net to try and pull a screen, but can't fully as he gets knocked off that. All right, let's make sure we're defending again. Nice work on defense by our guys. Our guys are trying to buy into the defensive play a little bit more in this game. McDavid gets a shot in the slot and another save from Wool. Yeah, this top line for the Oilers has definitely been really tough to contain, but we've done, I'd say, a pretty good job at it. Like, they've made their impact in this series, McDavid and Draisaitl, but I think we've done a good job at making sure that they don't score goals at least. Wool's been a big reason on that. Riley finds Dave. Dave will have to hold on to it. Dave looks back towards the net and shoots it with Marner battling in front and another save. They gave me a lot of open ice there. I probably could have done a lot more than just putting a shot to the net there, but I'm going to continue to shoot as much as possible, and I'm going to try and set up our teammates occasionally too if I see them open, but if I don't see them open, I got to take those shots. All right, let's get back again defensively. Draisaitl breaking it in. Nice play there by Tanev. So if we could have good defensive plays like that and just get out of our zone easily, we're going to have a really easy time winning games. But now we're stuck in our zone a little bit here right now. Hyman's shot is blocked. Dave gets that loose puck. Dave will hold on to it, finds Tanev. Tanev carries it up. Tanev back over towards Dave. Dave makes a move, and it's turned away and tight as he tried to make a quick move to get a quick shot, but unfortunately, I don't know if I lost control or not, but it was a nice move. Frederick's shot is turned away. Shea, you got it. There you go, and I'm going to carry it to the red line and dump it in. Not really a great dump, but we'll still go off on a change. And let's see if the sim engine's got anything else for us. But we've had some good looks. We just haven't been able to capitalize in this one. And it's still 3-1 with 13 minutes left. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Alright. Let's keep it going. Matthews wins the draw. Dave going to the front of the net. Can't get that loose puck on the Marner shot. If I could have found that loose puck, maybe I could have found a way to force it in. Nice job, Dave, coming back. See, that's what Dave is really good at. Like I said, his offensive play is fantastic, but he will make some great back checks. He will also make some great offensive chances as he nearly picks his corner on that blocker side. And now he'll make a good play to steal that puck back. He's still with it. Dave. Oh, I didn't want to throw that pass there, game. Dave doing some good work in both ends of the ice. Absolutely love to see it. Like I said, since his rookie season, he's really developed into becoming an all-around really good player. Let's carry that in, and let's dump that into the corner, make a smart play, and make another line change. Don't need to overstay our welcome out there. And let's see if the sim engine's going to give us anything else, or if it's still going to be 3-1. It's still going to be 3-1, but there's 9 minutes left. Just got to keep on pushing, and playing the way we're playing right now. Because we're out shooting 35-24 in this game. And like I said, if we win this game, we could have a chance to win the Stanley Cup in Edmonton. Here's Dave looking around. Dave will hold on to it a little bit long. Now he'll throw it in deep. Great patience by Dave. Shea tries to force a pass, though, back to the point. And unfortunately, he turns it over. And Dave will play some defense a bit. Nugent Hopkins comes out of nowhere. A big save there from Wool. Another chance, and that shot goes wide. Oh my goodness. Torrey Krug's shot's blocked. I like our team's blocking shots right now, though. Mitch holding on to that puck. Finds Dave. Dave will throw it back inside and scores! I don't know how that pass got across, but Dave continues his point streak. Let's freaking go. I don't know if we've been on a point streak, really, but I think there was one game against the Oilers they didn't have a point, but that's a huge point and a huge goal in this game that should lock down the rest of it as Dave's pass somehow gets through and Marner's able to get this in. I thought he was going to go in too deep like he typically does, but he's able to get this one off as he gets kind of behind Skinner a little bit, and he's able to backhand this one in. But a big assist there from Dave. I probably could have driven the net a little bit more to go for a goal if I wanted. But I saw Marner on the back door again, and I did not want to pass that up. All right. As Mitch has jumped up to 11 goals in the playoffs, he's actually tied with Matthews in goals now, which is kind of interesting. So our entire top line has over 10 goals this postseason. But that's a big goal at this point. As long as the sim engine doesn't give them anything, we could be good in this game, as Davis is going to play some good defense again here. Make sure Draisaitl's not left, or not Draisaitl, McDavid's left open, because we don't want him left open. As that hits Dave's skate and it's going to come out, I'm going on a change already. I'm not going to try and stay out too long. All right. We're going to probably get one more shift, I guess, in this game, I think. Yeah, probably this is our last shift of this game. 4 minutes and 7 seconds, still up by 3 goals. I don't think they pulled the goalie down by 3 in this game, which is weird, even if it's a cup finals. So we probably won't get an empty net chance, but that's okay as long as we just lock down this game. There you go, Shea, you got it. Brady Shea will hold on to this puck. Still with it. Shea now finds it into Dave. Dave will hold on to it. Looks for an open man. Doesn't find him. Now he finds Matthews. Marner lost control, of course. And Shea nearly kept that in, but then he lost it. Now he's got it again. Shea making some moves. Lost control of it. Nice stealer by Matthews. A quick shot, and that's turned away. Matthews. Dave. Dave trying to battle with it. Dave holds on to it. Tries to get a shot. Still with it. Look at the moves by Dave. Dave to Matthews. Out front, Tanev doesn't get a shot because it was too quick of a pass. But some good patience to wait, kill some time off this clock. Dave will try and board check Krug, but can't. But at least he forced him to make a pass. And we probably should go off on a change here. Yep, we're going off. I think we should have this game in the bag, unless for some reason the sim engine will give them 3 goals, which I don't think I've ever seen it do that. So, and the sim engine has given somebody something. And it was an empty net goal for Nylander. We win 5-1 on home ice. And Dave is 1 win away from becoming a Stanley Cup champion in potentially his last season here in Toronto. Will we change teams in the offseason if we win the Stanley Cup? I think we might. It depends on who offers us contracts and all that. I think what I might end up doing is putting it up to a wheel spin or something like that, where I sign in the offseason, potentially. We'll see. Because it's obviously a big decision, but it'll be interesting to see what we decide to do when we get to that point. But we got to not focus on that right now. So Marner got 3rd star, Woll got 2nd star. Like I've been saying, Woll's been a huge player for us in this Cup Finals. He's had a lot of good games. A lot of good games. And Tavares gets 1st star. 3-point night for John Tavares, so he stepped up in the biggest time. Dave only finishes with 1 assist in 27 minutes almost, but 8 shots on net. Could have had some goals for sure. 306 of puck possession time and 1 hit. So we didn't get overly physical in that one, but like I said, we're 1 win away from being a Stanley Cup champion in our 3rd season. Dave has definitely been the Conn Smythe favorite. I think he would get the Conn Smythe if he finds a way to win this cup here. But if we go to a Game 7, I'd be probably a little scared. But we got to make sure we come out flying in this next game, because the Oilers are going to be pissed. They are going to be pissed. But I think what I need to do is get some more screenshots, because I don't really have anything so far this episode. The thing is, I'm not going to obviously put a picture of Dave with a Conn Smythe if we win a cup in the thumbnail, because or else then it's just going to spoil things. So we'll see what we end up doing when it comes to that. Let's get Dave fully energetic. Once again, we're full health. We still have 3 energy points left, which is good too. Let's see if we could close out Edmonton and get this cup. Let's actually just quickly save again. Don't need to be losing save files at this point, but in 3 of our wins, we've only allowed 1 goal. So even though our team has had some defensive lapse, I said Woll has been a difference maker, and he's absolutely has been. All right, Cup Dreams. Dave Bluzynski prepares Maple Leafs for Edmonton Oilers for history. That's kind of weird saying for history, but I guess it technically would be. Can number 67 help the team that won last in 1967 get a Stanley Cup in Edmonton, or are we going to go to a Game 7 back on home ice? Let's do this, Dave. Let's do this. Do whatever you need to. But obviously, if we get that cup-winning cutscene, there's probably going to be copyrighted music, so I'm going to have to obviously mute it. Like I am, and I have to mute this right now. Oh my goodness. Come on. If we could get John Tavares' Stanley Cup here, that'd be nice, because he might retire soon too, so. All right. Come on, Dave. You gotta lead by example, my man. Dave is definitely due for a letter, I feel like, if he was to stay in Toronto, but I wonder Like I said, if we're going to get an offer from an intriguing team in the offseason, like if Dave has a chance to go play in St. Louis, that'd be kind of cool. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But on the road for Game 6, but we're 1 win away from the Stanley Cup, so it feels a little bit different, as our beard is still glowing because of the lights randomly, which is kind of funny. Can Dave get that Stanley Cup victory? I probably should have made his beard a little bit longer when it comes to playoff time, but whatever. I guess because it would be kind of funny if we had a big beard, but maybe we'll do that later in his career if I could still customize that. Alright, let's get her done. Let's get the crowd out of it as much as possible. And Riley already ices the puck. Oh no, he didn't ice the puck, never mind, but still that was a bit of a bad play as Dave throws a hit on Nurse to start this game. As Dave trying to get in on that physicality that he's been kind of lacking a bit in his finals, and he maybe threw another hit there. And then Carlo throws a hit. Alright, our team's getting physical in this game. Hopefully we don't get overly physical, though. Matthews finds Dave. Dave will get in past the defense. He'll hold on to it. Dave looking around. Dave throws it back to Carlo. Back to Dave. Dave will shoot it. It's blocked. Marner gets a shot, and Skinner will stop it. As Dave thought there was a good opening, but unfortunately hit off a defenseman. But I'd like to at least take some shots early, even if it's not necessarily the best shots, but some good physicality is, yeah, McDavid got absolutely destroyed there by Carlo. So yeah, if our team can play physical and play some good defensive hockey, this could be a good game too, of course. But I don't want to get overly physical because that's when our team could be taking penalties and getting into bad spots, because we don't want to give the Oilers any power plays, especially with their top guys being really good. Alright, they win the face-off, but we do take the puck away, apparently. Dave goes back to the front, tries to deflect it, but he deflected it into his ankle, I think. God damn. Draisaitl tries to break in, can't. Here's Marner. Looks up, finds Matthews. Matthews has got it. Matthews will tear it in, throws it over. Good passing, and Dave hit the post. What the hell? That was a quick... I didn't expect Carlo to jump in and get that pass, and then he got that pass, and then he found Dave way low. But Dave still throws a shot on net from this angle, and he hits the pipe. I didn't even expect to even have much of an angle to get a shot off here. But that's close to getting ourselves the first goal of the game. We got to get another screenshot of something like that, maybe for a thumbnail. But Dave has had his chances already in this game. Hitting the post already means we might be due for another good offensive game, potentially. But we're going to go on a fun line change here. It's been a couple minutes shift. Even though we have energy, we need to use that later in the game, probably. Alright, Simidgen. Anything for us? A power play. I mean, that's okay. That's better than nothing. Because obviously, if it gives us goals, that'd be great too. But a power play opportunity could give us some goals. So, nice play, Dave. Good stand up. Here's Carlo. Bad pass, Carlo. What are you doing? Dave's got to get back defensively. He tries to throw a hit on Foligno. Now he's got that puck. Dave throws it up to Marner. Marner carrying it in. Deeks his own teammate. Makes a move. 3-on-2. A chance there for Matthews is turned away. Dave goes back to that puck but can't knock it out of the air. It was way too high up. Alright. Oh, there you go, Matthews. You got it. Oh my goodness. He tried to throw it to Dave when he was in the trolley tracks. We probably got to go on and change soon because our energy is going down fast as Foligno gets a great A chance shorthanded. Dave picks off that pass. We'll carry it in because we have a chance to. There you go. Good pass. Oh, Marner's turned away. Now we're going off on a change. But that was a good play by Dave. Let's sim to our next shift. Looks like Ty Voigt's playing power play time, which is not what I was expecting. But alright. Nothing there from the sim engine. That's fine. It's better than giving them goals because obviously we don't want to be trailing in a game like this. Get back defensively, Dave. Get back to your left side. Nice pick-off play. There you go. Good pass. There you go, Morgan Riley. Riley's got it. Finds it to Matthews. Matthews tries to throw it across. Matthews lost control of it. And he doesn't even get a shot. Venti walks in. Nice save. Nice save. Well, let's get back over to our side now. Matthews finds Dave. Dave carrying it back in again. Dave holds up. Finds Morgan Riley. Riley to Carlo. Dave goes back to the front, and Carlo's stick didn't explode, but his shot went wide. Must have hit off something. But if he would have got a shot there, Dave was driving the front of the net to go for a screen or a tip. Make sure we're covering the point. There you go, Riley. Good pass. Take your time, Dave. You don't need to go for a shot or a pass yet. Now you will. Oh, Matthews went for the quick release. Matthews tries to get to that puck around, and our defenders don't get that puck. We're going to have to go off on a line change again here soon. Once it comes out. Oh my goodness. Let's make sure we're covering here. There you go, Tanev. You got it. I'm going off on a change. Don't want to be playing for 5 minutes at a time. Oh, our team got another power play. But we probably won't get a power play shift. Yeah, because I simulated. But 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first. Still a 0-0 game. Still a 0-0 game. They're out shooting us right now, but at least Woll seems to be up to the task again. Carlo, you got me here. You got me here. Oh, he tries to kick it out, but unfortunately doesn't find me. Bouchard with a bomb because I'm not at that point. That's a big save. I am out there with Easton Cowan and Ty Voigt right now, probably because of the power play thing. That's okay. Back with our old line mates from the AHL. That's cool. Full circle moment. There you go, Cowan. Throw it out front. Oh, that almost worked. And now we're going to get back, and that's going to do it for the first period. A scoreless first period. Better than being trailing for sure. All right. Well, that was kind of cool to play with Voigt and Cowan for a little bit at the end of that period, just because of a glitch. Just because, obviously, like I said, I haven't played with those guys, I think, since either the preseason or since the AHL. But regardless, those were some good times. And now Dave's a first liner and potentially a few periods away from winning the Stanley Cup here, if he can keep it up. Obviously, we need some goals, though, because we can't just rely on Woll to make save after save. All right, let's defend. Let's defend since they're breaking it in. Draisaitl walks to the front. A chance there for McDavid. At least Woll found it because I could not find that loose puck somehow. But I don't want to get stuck in our zone too long against this top line. We've had way too many shifts in this series. I feel like they've hemmed us in for a while. So, especially considering this game's going later and later, we'd want to be careful. There's shots turned away. Oh, Riley's got it. Dave's going to help on out. Dave gets that loose puck. Found Riley. Finds Marner. Back to Dave. Dave back to Riley, and it gets out. There you go. That's some good play. Matthews. Dave trying to get open. He does get open. He gets a shot, and he's turned away. That's a great A chance for Dave. He beeline to the net and get a really good shot. Unfortunately, we did not get a goal there, but still, that's the exact type of play we need from this team right now. As Draisaitl gets a shot from the slot, that's kind of scary. Another quick breakout from this team as Marner's got it. Marner gets hit as he tries to make a deke. Dave tries to throw a little hit on Bouchard, but can't. And we're going to go off on a line change soon, too, once this comes out, because I don't change earlier. There you go. We're going off. Thank you. Let's simulate to our next shift and see if the sim engine's got anything for us. And no, it doesn't. Damn, a lot of these games have been really close. The first game was a 1-goal game. The last number of games have all been decided by like 2 to 3 goals. So it's been a very close series, I think. Dave will shoot that puck, and a nice save there by Skinners. Dave tried to pick that low corner just because he saw some net from presence. Dave gets in Draisaitl's way. Dave will bank that pass but turn it over. Murphy holds that in. Nice shot blocked by Mitch. Now another chance for Murphy. Dave will have to get to that loose puck as fast as possible, which he does. Throws it up to Marner. Marner holds on back to Dave. Dave makes a move but lost it to Murphy because Murphy already had his stick extended, I think, before that puck even came to Dave. Hyman breaking it in. McDavid's left open in the slot. Why is their defense so dumb? You don't leave him open. Holy crap, man. And that is a disastrous way to start this period off, potentially. As Tanev, absolutely bad defense here. Because, look, one guy, like, Hyman's completely covered. Draisaitl is covered. But Tanev just stands in front of Woll as the shot comes towards the net. Dave can't get back over there. And Tanev's just not even paying attention whatsoever. Like, I don't even know what he's doing on this play. He's absolutely napping. And he leaves the best player in the world wide open in the slot. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, that's not good considering we're halfway through this game. Dave had a good chance to score earlier, and now it's a 1-0 Oilers game. Come on, guys. We got to find a way to win here. I don't want to go to Game 7. Like I said, I think this series can go to 7 games, but we got to find a way to win here. Because Game 7 will be absolutely scary as hell because of the sim engine. Alright, we need that next one, boys. I need to cover the point here, not leave anybody open. McDavid again open in the slot. Another save by Woll. Remember that save if we find a way to win the Stanley Cup in this game. Oh my goodness, our team is playing on its heels. Another chance for McDavid, and he's turned away. I told you they would come out angry, and they've been really angry in the second period because Woll's been way too good in the series. But look at this save. Absolute huge save on McDavid there. Like I said, if this somehow finds a way to win this game, that'd be awesome, but some crazy saves. We're being outshot, I think, now, too, which is, or badly, which is not good. Yeah, that save absolutely big at this point. Oh, 10:49 left in the period still. Can the sim engine get us back into this? No, it can't so far. That's not good. And the sim engine's not working for us, and we're not scoring. It's not ideal. 5:35 left. It's a 1-0 game in the second period. We got to find a way to tie it up. Boys, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Whoever made the line change again also caught me off guard because I had to come back late, but their top lines made a difference as Draisaitl has got his 14th. We're down by 2 goals late in the period. Tanev makes another bad play. And he leaves his man wide open. Because he was on Draisaitl and then he wasn't. As Tanev has been really bad in these last few minutes of the game. And this could cost us Game 6. It could cost us a Stanley Cup. But we got to make sure if we do lose this game that we come out really good in front of our fans in Game 7. Because if we play anything like this in our defensive zone, we're going to lose games. We're just lucky that our team's played better defensively in the first 2 games of this episode. But, man, that is absolutely brutal. And we knew their top line would be doing a lot of work against us. And so far, it's definitely been the main cause of offense for them. If only we didn't lose Game 1 in overtime, we would have already won the Stanley Cup by now. But now we're in a potential situation where we could go to a Game 7 because our team is not playing the best. Sim Engine could still save our season or save this game for us. And same with our line, but it needs to be a lot better. As they're going to ice that puck, get to that. There you go. Damn, 28-14 the shots all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure they were close at one point. But being doubled up in shots is not ideal. It's not ideal. There you go. Let's try and get back in this game, guys. Just get one, and then hopefully we can find a way to tie it at some point in the third. Doesn't have to be this period that we tie it up. Oh my goodness, they took a long time to throw Dave that pass. Dave tries to break it in. He gets a shot towards the net, but he can't get it on net. But at least we get a face-off in their zone. Those guys were just aggressively pursuing Dave, and I didn't want to get hit either. Alright. Come on, Matthews. Please win this. Please. There you go. Dave goes to the front. Tries to pull a screen. Still trying to pull a screen, but unfortunately, it hits off of, I think, Veleno or somebody. But here comes Faxa, and that shot was a bullet. God damn. Our team is letting them have some really good chances from the slot. Here's Carlo. Dumps it in. Dave will not cut that off because it was not on my side. I was hoping that somebody else would have jumped up with Dave, but nobody did. And I'm going to go off on a line change here. And hopefully the sim engine can give us maybe a goal back to end this period. Because at this rate, I'm not too sure if we're going to win this game. It is going to give us another shift, but it doesn't give us a goal. So if we could get something late here, maybe we could tie it in the third. But still, coming back from multiple goals is going to be tough. Oh, Dave deflects it and scores! Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping for, but not exactly how I planned it. Dave goes to the front of the net, and Provorov sees that right away, so he just flings a shot to the net without me expecting it. It was just a weird backhand off the face-off, too. Like, this is just a floater shot, and Dave gets his 15th goal to pass Draisaitl back in goals this postseason, but a nice tip there from Dave with Skinner not knowing where this puck is going to go. But that's a big goal at the end of the period. Because now if the sim engine could tie it up for us, or if we could tie it up, it's a brand new game again. But Dave up to 36 goals this postseason now as Matthews gets his 26th point as an assist in that goal. But it's a really big goal. It sucks that they scored that other goal when we were out there, because if they didn't, that would have tied the game up. Oh, here we go. Let's quickly find a way back into their zone. Bad pass there, Dave. Get back defensively. There you go, McCabe. You got it. McCabe finds Dave. Dave throws it up to Marner. Marner lost it. And then it's offsides now because Marner lost the control of the puck and went out. 16.8 seconds left in the period. I don't think we're going to tie it in those 16.8, but if we could tie it in the third, we could literally go to an overtime potentially. All that. We just got to make sure not to give them that next goal. We got to find it ourselves. Marner makes a move. Marner walks in. His shot's turned away. Matthews on the rebound. It's turned away. Dave going back to the front of the net, but nobody finds him. And unfortunately, it's going to be a 2-1 game for the Oilers going into the third, but that's better than being down 2-0 like it looked like it was going to be. As Dave gets a little knuckle puck there on that deflection, and Skinner had already committed. All right. We got to have a big third period here, or else we're going to a Game 7. And Game 7 is a very stressful thing. So we got to find that next goal. Hopefully we're not out there for a goal against again. And hopefully our line mates come out strong. And hopefully our defensive play kind of picks up a bit. All right, Carlo finds Dave. Dave will carry it into the Oilers zone. Dave loses control of it, still trying to battle to that loose puck again. He throws down Bouchard, but the Oilers have possession. They turn it over almost, but Dave can't get possession of that puck somehow. As McDavid, with a crazy amount of speed, trying to go around the net. It's actually insane how fast he is in this game. Matthews trying to get a shot. It gets towards the net and Skinner will freeze it, but yeah, I got to really watch out for McDavid. He had so much speed there that I don't think any player in the league would keep up with him, just like real life, of course. But 15 goals. We only have one more goal to Draisaitl, but we've been by far the best goal scorer on this team. We got to be a difference here, man. Come on, Matthews. Come on. McDavid should be tired a bit. Riley finds Dave. Dave looks around. His shot is blocked as he was trying to throw at least something towards the net. Oh, Dave's got it again. Dave throws it back. I did not want to throw it there. I was trying to throw it to Mitch, and for some reason the game wants me to throw it across the ice. And I can't get back to the defensive side yet. There we go. Now we're going to get back. Dave's got it. Carry it, Dave. Let's dump this in because I don't really have a chance to go towards the net. And let's sim turn next shift. Matthews has got possession of that puck, so Matthews got to that loose puck that Dave dumped in. That's good. Sim Engine has given somebody a goal. And it's for us. Let's go. And it's Matthew Nyes, former line mate of Dave. I mean, everybody on this team's played with Dave, but still, it's a 2-2 game. Can this team come back from behind in a game and win, as we've tied it up somehow? Tanev finds Dave. Dave looks around. Dave will shoot it. That shot's just barely turned away with a glove. Dave comes in and clotheslines Murphy in the corner. Is Dave trying to be the willpower on this team? Here comes Dave again. Dave's in with it. Dave walking to the net, shoots it, and Skinner stops him. And I don't know how he stopped him, but Dave cannot believe it. But Dave is absolutely a man on a mission for his team. He got the goal to pull within one, and then the Sim Engine goal happened, and then this chance to try and get the lead here. And Skinner somehow gets a glove on that. I was not expecting him to actually stop that. I thought he was going to overcommit way too early. God damn, man. Well, at least it's tied now, because I didn't expect us to actually find a way to tie this game up. But here we go. Let's see. Dave looking around, finds Tanev. Tanev's shot is blocked. Mitch has got it. Matthews tries to throw it up front. Dave's got to defend now. It's a 3-on-2 almost as McDavid jumps back in. Loose puck there. Woll will make the save as Dave makes sure to play some good defense there, not let anybody get open. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, let's get out of the zone, guys. It's a third period and it's a crucial game. At least we're not trailing 3-2 in the series because it would be even more scary. But obviously, having the series lead and wanting to win the Stanley Cup here, we want to be as good in this period as possible. Like, we can't have a bad period. We can't. Gotta be not flawless, but we gotta be close to perfect. Here's Dave walking in with it again. Dave will throw it back down low, trying to get Mitch to chase it. Mitch can't get it before Frederick does, unfortunately, though. Nurse dumps it, finds Radek Faksa. Dave kind of poke-checked a bit. Faksa's open, and now there's a chance for the Oilers, and another big save from Woll. Oh, at least Woll is on his game again. Because he's definitely been way better than he was earlier in the playoffs. All right, Sim Engine. There's 13 minutes left in this third. You had anything else for us? Nope, nothing so far. That's okay. That's okay. At least it's still 2-2. Shots are getting closer again. Now they're 31-25. Come on, Matthews. Win. Oh! That rebound was there for a second. That was scary. Let's get out of the zone quickly. Don't need to be in the zone with pressure. Shea making some moves. Dave picks up that loose puck. Dave holding on. Finds Shea. Shea finds Tanev. Tanev lost it. Oh no, Tanev. Why have you had such a bad game? But he gets back defensively. Holy moly. If he would have turned it over again there, I would have fired him into the sun if I could. Dave looking around. We'll throw another shot towards net. Loose puck's in front. Marner finds it. Dave goes back to the front. I don't think I deflected it, but I almost got a good screen. As our team almost has full pressure now. But at least Tanev back-checked on that play, man. Because he nearly gave them another goal. It's a goaltending showdown in this game. Both goalies have made some big saves when it's mattered most. 9:13 left of this period. We're probably going to go off on a change soon. But obviously there could be a chance for some full pressure here as Marner's trying to take it away from Krug. And now McDavid's got it. I got to get back. Got to get back. Oh, yikes. That was dangerous. I'm going back to cover the point again. Riley got it to Dave. Dave will carry it in and goes to the red line and dumps it. And that is good. I thought that was almost going to be considered icing just because it looked like my animation made it like before the red line, but I guess it didn't. All right, Sim Engine doesn't give anybody anything, but there's 5 minutes left in the third. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get back here. And let's carry it up. Dave with it. Dave gets around the defense. Makes a move to the inside. Shot it. That's turned away. Dave gets back to that puck. Finds McCabe. McCabe. Marner. Dave. Dave looks around. Shoots it. Another save from Skinner. As we almost have full pressure with 4:19 left in the period. Dave's doing what he can to get some shots to the net to try and get Skinner to get a little bit tired. So then maybe we can find a way to get a late goal here. Here we go. Matthews wins it. Tanev a bomb, and that shot's blocked as a broken Oilers stick. So there's an odd man chance now with a guy have a broken stick. Shea will shoot and score. Dave assists on it. Brady Shea. I've been ratting on him all season about how bad he's been defensively, but he gives us the lead late in the game as we came back from 2-0 to make it a 3-2 game. But that broken stick, an absolutely huge reason why this one goes in. As obviously Draisaitl has no stick, but Larson can't get a stick on this play. And that shot goes upstairs from Brady Shea. And Dave might have assisted on a Stanley Cup winning goal if that ends up being a difference. Oh my goodness. As Oilers take a timeout because they know that they're a few minutes away from losing the Stanley Cup potentially to Dave in the Leafs. Oh my goodness. Was not expecting us to come back in the third period fully. I was thinking maybe it would go to an overtime if we did tie it, but there's still a lot of time left on the clock. We got to find another one still too. And we got to hold on to it as much as possible. Matthews digs it out. Dave will try and get to that loose puck. He does. Dave throws it back now low to Matthews. Matthews out front trying to hit Mitch, but he can't. We got to get back defensively now. McDavid up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Over to the point to Larson. One-timer. Oh my goodness, good shot block. I don't know who did that. Shea finds it up to Marner. Marner trying to make a move. Marner still with it. Throws it in the front. Dave can't get to his. Draisaitl gets back. We got to go on a line change soon, but we might end up watching in slash shift potentially if there's a chance to win. Matthews, you got it. You got it. Just break it out. Break it out. Don't curl back. Don't curl back. There you go. Okay, we're going off. As Tanev goes offsides as he was trying to go for a rush. I don't know why. Because we got to play a little bit reserved in this game. But they're taking out the Stanley Cup already, which seems very premature. Very premature. But we're going to have to watch Day play, I think, because I'm not going to assimilate to my next shift just because there might not be a next shift in this game. All right, yeah, we're going to watch this. 2:15. We'll see if we end up getting to play another shift or not, but we probably won't. But we're going to watch these last little bit and see how the other lines play when we're on the bench. Normally we don't do this, of course, but we might as well. It's kind of fun watching it from the bench, too. Just makes the atmosphere a little bit more epic. Here's the Oilers trying to break it in. Oh, my goodness. Good play, Tanev. Tanev breaks it out. Finds it up to Tavares. Tavares will dump it in. A minute 30 left. At least time's going fast. We're almost into the final minute of play in this third period. Hopefully we can get an empty net goal or something. They're definitely going to pull their goalie soon. But the fact that Brady Shea has the difference right now is crazy. And they go offside. Thank you, Oilers, for going offside. But yeah, I was not expecting Brady Shea to get a goal in this chance. All right. Looks like the second line's still out there. We're still going to watch, of course. All right. For some reason, they don't have their top line out there. I don't know why they wouldn't have McDavid's top line out there, but that's okay. Tanev lost control of it, but we still have control now. Tavares. John Tavares. The net is not empty yet, but they'll probably pull on this next rush, I would assume. Bouchard throws it up. Here comes the Oilers. Turned over again. They aren't going to be able to pull yet. Nylander tries to make a move, lost it. I don't know why people make dekes in this last bit of the game, but whatever. Oh, Dave's out there for the slash shift as they pull the goalie. Dave gets to his loose puck. Throws it to Shea. Shea will take it. Shea. I got to make sure I'm defending here, too. I can't think about just getting empty net. I'm surprised they're putting Dave out there. Dave tries to handle that puck and can't. Let's get back. Let's get back. Oh my goodness, that shot was dangerous and was Draisaitl too. I tried to block that shot, but 8.4 seconds left. And of course they put Dave out there for the last few seconds though. I'm surprised they put us out there for this last little bit. It seems almost scripted that they put us out there. Come on, Matthews. Win this draw. He does win it. Let's go. Get it out. Just get it out. There you go. Yep. There you go. Empty netter, and Dave puts the icing on the cake. His 16th goal of the postseason. And that will ice it as we are going to be the Stanley Cup champions in Edmonton. Let's go, Dave. He muscled this team to a cup. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a season it's been for Dave. It was up and down during the regular season because of injuries, but he's going to be a Stanley Cup champion in his 3rd season. What an effort from this team. Let's friggin' go. Woo! Let's go. And now we're going to see the awesome cutscene of him in the locker room soon too, but we have gotten it done. As Dave will add his first award to his trophy case, which is going to be probably a Conn Smythe, but also he's going to have a Stanley Cup ring to add to his career. And hopefully we could get more of these in the years to come. But like I said, I don't know what we're going to do when it comes to the offseason, but obviously we'll focus on that in the next episode. But what a season. What a season. And yep, there it is. Dave, the Conn Smythe winner, 38 points this postseason, 69 hits, plus 21. An absolutely insane playoffs for the Burger Bicep Boy, as I call him sometimes. Let's go. All right, well, now we know that John Tavares is going to get the Stanley Cup, or actually Austin Matthews is going to get the cup, and then who knows who he's going to pass it off to. Dave will obviously get it, because they will do that since it's Be a Pro, but I wonder who else is going to get the Stanley Cup, because I don't think I get the select being in Be a Pro, but maybe I do. But there we go. We finally got it done. Dave is absolutely happy here. It's going to be nice to see him celebrating here shortly, as there's Matthews. Obviously he deserves it too. He was really good this postseason for us. Him, Marner, and Dave. One of the best lines probably in the NHL. And I guess I do get the select. I guess I guess I got to give it to John Tavares first, because John Tavares has been a long time NHL player. Of course he gets it sit first before Dave. And I don't know who I'll give it to next, but I'll obviously give it to Dave as the next option too, or one of the options. I'll give it to Dave, I think, after Tavares, but I don't know who I'm going to give it to after that. But yeah, John Tavares definitely deserved that second. We're obviously going to give it to Dave now, and then I think we'll probably do Wool just to give a goalie. I would give it to Mitch, but I know a lot of Leafs fans don't want to see that probably, so. But here we go, there's Dave with the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Had to give it to him. Mr. Bluzinski. It'd be weird if I didn't give it to Dave. But he was a huge factor in the cup win. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to have to get some screenshots of this after the recording. And it would be cool to give it to some of our former AHL teammates and stuff like that, but we got to give it to Wool. He was brilliant in the series, made some huge saves in this game. Like I said, remember that save, and we came back. So I have to give it to him. I could have gave it to Mitch probably, but I think Wool deserves it for this series alone, because he was really locked in. Let's freaking go. And now we at least get the team photo. I wonder where Dave is going to be in this team photo, but obviously there's Dave right behind Wool, which is kind of funny. Where's Dave going to be in the photo? Oh, he's going to be front and center. Love to see that. Of course he is. Right behind Matthews and Tavares. There we go. Let's freaking go. And of course I'm going to have to mute the audio from this part with all the names on the stand. Oh no, yeah, I'm going to have to mute the audio here, because this is all copyrighted music. But there's the boys celebrating in the locker room. Dave in the middle of the crowd. Love to see it. That's cool and cool to see that new celebration. And also here is the names on the Stanley Cup, of course, too. Which obviously I have to mute the audio here too, because I don't know why they always play copyrighted stuff in every single part of this game. But it's actually not playing anything here. It doesn't franchise mode normally, but I guess it's not playing it here, which is good. Maybe they got rid of it because I bugged them too much. But there you go. Dave's name on the Stanley Cup in 27-28. And who knows, maybe it'll be on there a couple more times before the end of this mode. But what a team. And we'll remember all these guys that we played with for sure, because some of them might leave in the offseason. And who knows, maybe Dave will be on a different team next season. But Dave started the comeback, and the team gets it done. And the Stanley Cup winning goal ends up being a goal from Brady Shea. That's actually crazy. So Woll got second star. Like I said, that's why he deserved that cup run, is because he was so good in every single game, I feel like, of this finals. And then Dave's going to get first star, I think, in this last game. Yep, 2 goals, 1 assist, 4 hits. Of course, the empty net goal was an easy one, but we had to put that in and waste that time off the clock by skating it out of the zone. But we actually got a Stanley friggin' Cup, man. That's awesome. I was not sure if we were going to get a cup until Game 7, but the fact that the team got it done is amazing. I got to go back and look at that empty net. Just see Dave celebrating on that empty net a little bit. Yeah, maybe not like that. We'll get definitely a screenshot like this. I'm not going to use it as a thumbnail because then you guys might be like, oh, he definitely won the Stanley Cup then. Hey, let's get him from behind. No, never mind. I'm not going to get him like that. Let's just get him like this with the Oilers being kind of pissed off. This is kind of funny. But, goddamn, what a game. But, yeah, like I said, it started off to come back on a Dave goal as Dave tipped it in late in the second period to make it a 1-goal game. We got a sim engine goal. And then, of course, Dave assists on Brady Shea's cup-winning goal. And then Dave gets the empty net. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. So, final stats in this game. 24-24 of ice time. 3-point game. +1. 11 shots on net. 4 hits. 2:47 of puck possession time. But 11 shots. You can see Dave really wanted it more than anybody else on the ice. Let's go. All right. Well, we are definitely very happy about that. Now I guess we're going to have probably a talk with the media after winning that Stanley Cup, I'd assume. 38 points in 22 games is crazy. We're going to have to look at Dave's full stat line here shortly too, but what an episode. What an episode. And yep, conversation with the media. What does the media again say? That Dave was the savior of this team? Let's see. Because remember, Dave wasn't even drafted as a first rounder, I don't think. How is Dave feeling right now?
How are you feeling right now?
It's an incredible achievement, blah, blah. Feeling ecstatic. Overjoyed winning this cup is the ultimate fulfillment. It kind of is, to be honest. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't even think there's really answers you could put into words. Like, you could literally reply with nothing almost, but am I going to go with that?
I know you got a lot on the
What else do they got?
right now. Things are very exciting.
Oh.
Looking at the future, what are you going to take from this experience into next season?
This experience teaches resiliency and teamwork, which will carry into next season. I don't want to say that because I don't know if I'm going to be here still, but we'll take the lessons learned and apply to them to keep improving. The confidence and skills gained will propel us into the future. Let's do that. Let's do that, sure. Give a generic answer.
Stanley Cup. What is your plan? What are you going to do?
What is Dave going to do this off-season?
Just relax.
I plan to celebrate with family and friends, then recharge for next season. I'll take some time to relax and enjoy this achievement before gearing up again. Celebrating this win is a priority, but I'll also focus on recovery and preparation for the future. I mean, that's a confident answer for sure. Let's just go with this one, sure. All right. Well, that is crazy, man. I didn't know if we were going to do exactly what we did against Florida, but we got it done. We got it done. We won the 3 games in this episode. We didn't go to a game 7. We got some more trade points. This offseason, we're going to have a lot of trade points and X Factor points to spend, so I'm going to need you guys' input on what to put it into. Because we have 15 trade points and 10 X Factor points. But look at that title. Dynasty Begins. Blazinski fuels 4-2 cup win versus Edmonton Oilers. It says Dynasty Begins, but the thing is I'm a pending free agent, so do they know that I might not be still with this team going into the offseason? But all right, let's do a couple things to wrap this up. I guess we wanted to take a look at Dave's stats. We can look at our team stats in general still too, so let's do that as well. And see who else did stuff for this team, but we'll skip Dave's stats for a second here just to look at everybody else. You can see Matthews is over point per game. Marner was over point per game. Nylander had a solid playoffs. Tavares was solid, especially in that one game that we weren't scoring in. Nyes had 10 points. Only 3 goals in the playoffs, but he had a goal in the last game, so that's big. Bukhanov was injured apparently again near the end, but he still put up some points. We didn't really have the best scoring in our bottom 6, but our top line obviously did a lot of the legwork. And Dave was a big factor in that. 22 games played with 16 goals, 22 assists for 38 points, a +21. No penalties the entire playoffs. Same with Matthews. He had no penalties. Marner only had 2 and Nylander only had 2. So our entire top 6 really was disciplined. Dave shot 9.8% at 3 game-winning goals this postseason. 5 power play points, no power play goals, but a lot of power play assists. We played 26 minutes and 25 seconds of ice time per game. And you can see 69 hits, 13 block shots, 68 giveaways, 47 takeaways. But to have no penalties in the entire playoffs and play like that is awesome. And now if you look at our career, we're well over point per game in the playoffs and getting close to point per game as a regular season player too, which is even better. All right, and then from a defensive standpoint, Brady Shea was fantastic. Him, Riley, Carlo, and Tanev all had 12 points, so our defensive core did a really good amount of work in the postseason for us. Provorov had 6 assists, McCabe had 2 points, Gavrikov played 7 games with no points, and then goaltending, Woll posted at .924. Like I said, he was absolutely huge for us in that Stanley Cup Finals, because if we look actually at game-by-game stats, you can see against the Edmonton Oilers, first game a .931, then a .966, then a .933, a .977, a .966, and a .944. So the rest of the playoffs, he was not playing that good. And then in this finals, he was posting nothing below a .931 save percentage. So shout out to Joseph Woll for helping us get that Stanley Cup victory, because he probably could have won the Conn Smythe if Dave wasn't as crazy good as he was. All right, so there is that. Also, obviously, our playoff run was a fantastic one. We went through a lot of good teams. Buffalo in 5 games, Florida in 6, Boston in 5, and then, of course, the Oilers in 6. So we never went to a Game 7 this entire playoff run, which is good. All right, I think that's almost all we want to take a look at, because if I go further than this, I think it starts up the offseason stuff. And like I said, obviously, we need to think about what's next, like is what we want to do in terms of signing with this team. Do we want to stick with this roster going into next season? Do we want to stick with them for a couple years? Do we want to stick with them for 1 year or a short term, whatever they offer us? Or would we prefer to try and take our talents to another team now that we helped get this team a Stanley Cup? Because technically, there was like a lot of people are saying, at least help them win a Stanley Cup, then you can leave. I guess it really just depends on who offers, because it would be kind of nice to see Dave as a St. Louis Blue at some point. So I'm not too sure exactly what our plans are, but if you guys could give me some feedback where you think Dave should sign, if there's a contract offer, let me know. Like I said, I could put it up to a wheel spin if you guys like a little bit of randomness, because that'd be kind of neat. Aside from that, though, another thing you guys need to let me know about going into next episode as well is where we want to be spending the trade points and X Factor points on Dave, because Dave, obviously, now that he's got 10 X Factor points, we could upgrade, I think, his X Factors that he currently has, or we could get some new ones. So you guys could let me know if we should do any of that. And then, of course, with the amount of trade points we have, we could wait till the start of the season to spend those trade points still if we want, or we could just spend points now. But we have a lot of things we could obviously continue to upgrade and get Dave even to a better player than he currently is. So if you guys have any ideas of where we could upgrade the most, let me know, because I could do that. All right, I think there was one last thing I want to take a look at, which is if we go to Milestone Tracker. Now, it hasn't updated yet, but obviously we'll have a Stanley Cup win there, and we'll also have a Conn Smythe Award. I don't know if we'll have any other awards this season, but I guess we'll find that out to start next episode if Dave ends up winning any awards in this last season, potentially in Toronto, but we will definitely have at least a Stanley Cup here on this page relatively soon, which is exciting. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Dave Bluzynski Be a Pro. So in next episode, we'll have a big decision to make if we decide to stick with this team, because they will likely throw an offer to us, or if we're going to sign with a team that offers us a contract that isn't the Leafs. Like, if the Blues offer us a contract, I might be very tempted to take it. If there's another team that offers us that's not as interesting, maybe I would stick around for a year or two, depending on what they offer Dave. But it's going to be interesting to see where Dave ends up next season, if he decides to help out this team even more so, or decides to go to a different team. So think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.